lost in here? It's no lights.
Sham, shoot to us straight. What do you think of the state of boxing? Like you were kind of alluding to it earlier about people
up on stage.
About people
on stage. You got that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
People dodging people not fighting. What we got to do to get the real fights that everybody want to get without all the bullshit politics?
Well, without the bullshit politics, it take a really a team effort amongst individual sets of people, and that is media, commission, fans, promoters. It's very hard in boxing than any other sport to get two people on the same page, let alone a dozen or more. But you know how we get there, I believe, by having fights that matters, having fights that people really care about. And you can always talk about the future. The future is always going to be here as long as we in the present, because we look forward to that. But at the end of the day, you have to look at matches like Canelo, Amir Khan, fights coming up with Andre Ward, potentially with Sergey Kovalev. I mean, when you got matches being made because of everybody has their own commercial interests, the media, the promoters, the network. When you have that type of buzz going on, and then the fans who's want to see the best fights, a lot of people that might not want it to happen are forced. They are forced to basically really disappear. And that's what happened. And I said something that I don't know if how many people got it on the stage when I said it, but it wasn't a slide. It wasn't a being sarcastic of any way. I said, Amir Khan came across the street to do a fight. Y'all looked at me like I had four heads if I'd have said that last year, that Amir Khan or any other body that was going to come across the street. You got it when I said that. I believe he got it because I seen all his teeth. Even this one cavity he got, but I'm not going to tell everybody. But I got two, don't worry about it. But I understand that people, we ain't all on the same page. Doesn't make you right, doesn't make you wrong. But at the end of the day, I think that fighters now are starting to say, wait a minute, this is my career. This is my history that I can make. If I got to go across the street, if I got to go against the grain, that means advisors, what do they call themselves? Advisors, some managers or consultants, whatever they hire under, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, the fighters, not all, but over 60%, I believe, especially when they see this video, is going to start to look at themselves and say, after they get the money, after they get, a belt or belts, where is their legacy when it's all said and done? And I think that that's starting to sink in now. And know what it's good for? It's good for not only you to get something to write about or film about or talk about. The network's excited. Now, boxing is not in a recession or not in a situation of they don't make in their sport. They don't have the big fights like the 70s and the 80s. We're never going to get those days back. They was rare, unique days in history that built the foundation that we stand on. But what we can do is make fights that people want to talk about 5, 10, 20, 30 years from now. And to me, that is important. What happens now is talked about or not talked about in the future. And this is where you establish that right now. And that's what I'm trying to get on to the young fighters, even in Johan's gym in Philadelphia. I try to tell from the amateurs to the young pros. If you're in this to make a few dollars, you can do that. That's not really a big challenge. You're going to accomplish that. But if you're in it to make a name and to make history last longer than anything that you can spend, then you can have both. You can have that and also have your history too. And I think it's starting to sink in. At least Amir Khan might be opening up the door where other fighters will say, Amir Khan went across the street, whether he was allowed to or not, that's irrelevant. He's here, he's on HBO since what, a couple of years, as Peter Nelson said, and now he's back. I mean, this is, paying attention. I think the floodgates is already open right now. Hey UK, how you doing? It's a fight that It's exciting for the division, and it's also a fight that's exciting right now in May, being the first year that Floyd Mayweather is not representing that month. That Canelo was groomed for this debut, and it's a debut of a new stadium in Vegas. Amir Khan brings a threat to anybody. Even though he lost to Danny Garcia, if Danny didn't get that hook in there, Amir Khan would have probably been champion that night. But he got hit, and he didn't survive that hit, and we know what happened. But it shows the heart of Amir Khan, a guy that's willing to go up 2 weight classes. And as I said, me and my guy here, cross the street to get there. You gotta but you have to respect that. And you have to take this guy serious. He had to go against some resistance. You gotta think out of the box and say to yourself, he had to been told, no, don't do that, right? And then one side might say, well, he was told to do that because of their situation that I can't reveal right now. But at the end of the day, we're here. And guess who wins?
Who wins?
We all win. You get to talk to me, which I'm, I ain't been talking in a while, man. I've been getting stomach aches when I don't talk.
We can see that today.
So my stomach ache is gone. The UK is getting a great fight, a good fight, potential great fight, because we got to see the action, but it's a great fight on paper. And we all know that they got to make it happen. I believe they will, because Triple G, all the other guys out there that's waiting for Canelo, those fights is going to happen. It's just not when, right? It's just where. And so my thing is, let's get past this one. Amir Khan is always a threat. He's young. He's not a guy that's, been abused and beat up in the ring, multiple wars. He's coming in with a fresh concept. He's been on the sideline wanting the big fights for so long with Floyd Mayweather. You heard him say it earlier. He's been chasing, all through the media. He's been wanting Floyd Mayweather, I think, for the last 2 years. And now that he got a fight that can sort of give him that validation, he's going to be dangerous till the fight's over with.